So from Spirit to Southwest, a live look this morning at Love Field and a spirited fight on board a plane from Dallas to Burbank.
Yeah, this video is hard to watch. It happened right after the plane landed in California, and we do want you to take a look at this.
Oh. My God.
Just total chaos there.
I mean,
two men fighting, going after each other, fists are flying, and a flight attendant rushing in to help to break up this fight. Police arrested one of the passengers there. The thing is, the flight attendant was stuck on the bottom there and really got injured in the process.
Yeah, putting her own self at risk in the middle of what is a really violent fight right there. So let's get over to Marcus Moore. He has some more insight into how all of this happened. Marcus, good morning.
Well, hey, good morning, guys. And here's the deal. We don't even know specifically what started the fight between these men, but we do know that one person was arrested, and then one of the people involved in this is a parolee. So that's what we know, and we also know that a lot of people have been commenting this morning, trying to figure out what's going on with all of these fights on planes and just drama. John Nichols here on Facebook says, and people are worried about terrorists on planes. Shaking my head. Barbara says, well, it's time to take the train. Here's another comment. Misha, that's it. I'm officially driving. And here's one more, people being kind of funny here. Lisa puts up the meme, these kids, oh Lord. So people laughing at that this morning, and I know a lot of people can probably relate to that comment there. But we know this morning that a retired fire captain is the one who broke up the fight, and he describes the scene. Take a listen.
I get to the two men that are fighting. I see the stewardess trapped below, in between the seats, on the ground, and she was being pummeled at the same time as the other guy was being pummeled.
So here's what's interesting about his interview is he said that more people should take action instead of just being a bystander. And we know that there was a lot of video, Ron and Alexa, of this fight, but he was the only one, and his son was in tow, the only one to go up there and try to break up this fight.
Well, heck, if you're the size of Daniel Green, I'm getting involved too. He's Paul Bunyan.
I know, I mean, his neck.
His neck alone would scare you.
That video, we're like, my Lord.
It was instinct for him.
Don't mess
as a firefighter.
with him.
Yeah, I know. He's probably carried people out over his shoulder many a time in many a rescue situation. Yeah. You see Daniel Green coming, it's over. All right, thank you very much, Marcus. Let's check in now with Greg and a look at our weather forecast. And the shock is finally wearing off as a new day begins in Washington, D.C. This morning, the FBI director is out as President Trump gets ready to meet with the Russian diplomats just hours after firing James Comey. So this is the letter the president signed, relieving Comey of his duties as FBI director. Now the search is on for a new director. But the timing of all of this is raising eyebrows. Some are even calling for a special prosecutor to take over the investigation into the alleged hacking of the Russian investigation, or the alleged hacking of Russians as it related to the election. Now there's still a little time to join our live poll. We've been asking, do you think the Russia investigation will be fair moving forward? All you have to do is go to that Vote Now tile on the WFAA app or WFAA.com/vote now. President Trump, for his part, tweeted just moments ago, and Daybreak's Marcus Moore has that and more reaction. Marcus, good morning again.
Alex and Ron, good morning to you. Several tweets coming in this morning from the president. Here's the latest one. He said that Comey lost the confidence of almost everyone in Washington, Republicans and Democrats alike. When things calm down, they will be thanking me. A couple of tweets he sent out earlier this morning. He says James Comey will be replaced by someone who will do a far better job bringing back the spirit and prestige of the FBI. And this is interesting here. He says the Democrats have said some of the worst things about James Comey, including the fact that he should be fired. But now they play so sad. And one of the Democrats he called out this morning was Chuck Schumer, and certainly it's going to be a busy day in Washington and a huge reaction. But Chuck Schumer was one of the people who commented and criticized the president for his decision to fire James Comey. And here's a bit of what he said just yesterday.
Every American will rightly suspect that the decision to fire Director Comey was part of a cover-up.
All right, the White House was not part of any cover-up. That is what the White House is saying. And Press Secretary Sean Spicer says there is no collusion and that there is absolutely no evidence of this. And we've been hearing from a lot of you at home about all of the developments here. And here's what Eileen said on Facebook. She says Watergate is going to look like a high school prank compared to what's transpiring now with the hashtag White House cover-up. And Becky here on Facebook said, it's about time. Anyone else who did what he has done and allowed would have been fired a long time ago. So we thank you for those comments on Facebook. We are listening, and we'll keep that conversation going. Ron and Alexa.
Thank you very much, Marcus. We've gotten almost 500 votes here this morning, and the poll is now closed. There you saw 80% of people saying it will be difficult for this investigation to be fair moving forward. The majority of people skeptical of how this might go as they search for a new director, and the FBI continues with that ongoing investigation. Comey was set to testify on Thursday as it relates to that investigation.